Sometimes when you run a business, there's some stuff that you got to deal with that is unfortunate and frustrating to deal with when there's dishonest people in the world, and it's very frustrating and unfortunate, but it's a cost of doing business. And luckily this time it's not going to cost me too much money. Essentially, somebody out there is getting their way by being a dishonest person. It's going to cost me some money, and it's frustrating, and I don't like to deal with it. But for all the hundreds and hundreds of cards I sell and all the product that I sell on my website and everywhere else, I make up for the difference in all the other sales. And you just kind of got to cross your fingers and hope that it doesn't happen very often to a point where it's really affecting your business. Long story short, I'm going to be out about $90 on a situation where, again, somebody was a liar because they didn't get their way. And because of that, they are getting their money back, and there's not anything I can do about it. But like I said, sometimes when you're running a business, a side hustle, whatever it may be, you got to deal with things that you don't want to deal with it, and they're unfortunate, and you didn't do anything wrong, but you got to fix it. Move on. Don't let it hang you up. Don't let your mood, your motivation, your drive, whatever it may be affected by a bad apple out there who is deciding to take advantage of things. So that's all I'm going to say about that. When you're running a business, side hustle, just keep looking ahead, keep driving forward. You hit these little speed bumps along the way. They're frustrating, but don't let it get to you. Keep driving forward and make up for that loss by working harder, by selling more stuff, by getting more videos posted, whatever it may be that speed bump was. Don't let it slow you down for more than a millisecond. Keep driving forward, keep going, forget about it as quickly as you can, and refocus and remember why you're working on whatever it is you're working on, so that you don't let these things slow you down. Control what you can control and just move on, stay positive. And as I'm talking through this, it's like I'm kind of talking to myself and giving myself this advice, because like I said, this stuff happened. Today is kind of when it ended, but it has been happening, and I've been dealing with this for a week, and I've been letting it get me frustrated. I've been letting it change my focus from what matters. And again, as I'm talking here, I'm letting it go, I'm moving on, and I'm realizing that it was distracting me for too long over this past week and keeping me from focusing my energy where it needs to. And basically, I just blocked that buyer, I moved on, and this is the last I'm going to talk about it. Next topic, apparently I'm a scalper. Apparently anyone who has a business and sells things for more than MSRP is a scalper. And, you know, that's okay. If people want to call me a scalper, they can call me a scalper. But just so it's clear, all of my product that I sell on my website or my eBay page come from either me importing products from Japan directly myself, and that took a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of taking risks, finding sellers in Japan that I can order from. And over time, I've built relationships and I can trust them. But that's a risk that I took to put my business in a position to be able to provide Japanese Pokemon product. And essentially, whenever I need product, I can get it. I don't have distribution yet. Obviously, it's not easy to get distribution. I've only been selling on my website for a year. I'm not going to get distribution anytime soon. So even though I've got an unlimited supply of Japanese product that I want to sell, I understand that a lot of you people out there watching and searching my website want English products. Well, guess what? I don't have distribution. I work a full-time job. So even if you think I'm a scalper, when do you think I'm gonna go from Walmart to Target to whatever else store sells stuff to find product? I don't have time to do that. So what I do have time to do is I post messages on Facebook saying I'm looking to buy collections. Those could be singles, those could be sealed. Usually about a couple times a week, I'll get a message from people saying, Here's what I have. Here's how much I want for it. Are you interested? Sometimes I make a deal, sometimes I don't. Most of the time the deals I make are on singles. Sealed product has been very difficult for me to come by, and I do my best whenever I set up at shows to walk around to other vendors and try to get product at a good price, or a decent enough price that I can make 5-10% on the website and provide you guys with the products you guys are asking me for. But again, no distribution makes it very tough to keep English products on hand. And because I'm new enough still and I'm still ramping things up, I don't have a huge unlimited budget to buy things. I keep a good amount of cash in the business account so that if a collection comes along, maybe I can be the only one in the area that has the funds to make that purchase. But it's not easy to find those collections. And just again, to be clear, call me a scalper if you want, because I try to charge 5 to 10% below market and I'm not charging MSRP, but I'm buying it for probably about 80% of the market, selling it hopefully for 90 to 95% of the market after my 3% processing fee. And usually I have some costs for shipping and shipping supplies, because the shipping that I charge on my website definitely doesn't cover it all. So think what you want to think, believe what you want to believe. Call me a scalper if you want. Doesn't bother me. I just find it funny that everyone just goes straight to dirty scalper and you're a scalper and you're a terrible person. Like, the amount of comments I see and messages I get with that comment, it's just such an overused phrase in the hobby right now. And I understand, I get it. Collectors are frustrated that they can't go out and get product for MSRP unless they're standing out in lines. Even if I wanted to do that and try to put that stuff on my website, I don't have time to do that. I have a family, I have a full-time job, I work almost 50 hours a week. If I wanted to do that, I couldn't, because I wouldn't have time. But I don't want to do that because my time is better spent elsewhere. My time is better spent buying collections, getting those collections listed on eBay, make videos, build up my audiences so that people find my website without having to spend money on ads, which is what I did when my website was first up and running. And for about 3 months, I was spending almost $1,000 a month for advertising. I lost money in that first 3 months, 100%, because even though $1,000 a month drives a lot of people to the stores, it takes a lot of sales to pay for $1,000 a month of advertising. So that's why I've switched. And right now, if I do advertising, it's a much smaller amount that I sprinkle in here and there. I'm mostly relying on you folks to watch my videos, build a, what is it called? I think Brian from Pokémon calls it a parasocial relationship, where you build a trust with me by being able to see me post videos all the time. You start to learn who I am. You start to trust that I am going to take care of you and you're going to get what you pay for. That's what I want to start to rely on. I don't want to have to rely on spending a ton of money on advertising. Anyways, a lot of rambling, trying to stay positive, trying to keep driving forward with the business and not let things get to me. So let's get right into what sold on eBay today. All right, so I'm getting ready for work and trying to get orders ready quickly, and I totally forgot to video the first order. It was a Imposter Professor Oak, sold for $4.49. After fees and shipping, it was $2.76. Next order is a big order. This is actually one of my buyers from the website, so it was fun to see his name pop up on the eBay side as well. Let's get into what he purchased. We've got Mewtwo V-Star, sold for $31.99. We've got a 151 Blastoise EX Full Art, sold for $25.99. Rayquaza VMAX, sold for $27.99. Umbreon V, sold for $49.99. We have a Sylveon V, sell for $39.99. Snorlax Chowing Down, sold for $16.99. Flying Pikachu, sold for $4.99. Mimikyu V, sold for $64.99. And we got the Origin Form Dialga sold for $99.99. We got Mew V sold for $99.99. We got the Pikachu from Crown Zenith sold for $41.99. Mew V Max sold for $14.49. And Venusaur EX sold for $19.99. In total, his order was $539.37. He also got a 5% discount on all the cards because every one of the cards was under $100. So he saved $26.97 by bundling. After fees and shipping, it was $442. That's not right. After fees and shipping, it was $437.69. So thank you for swinging by the eBay store, Norman. I appreciate the support on the website and now the eBay page as well. All right, the first order we got to ship from Afterwork is Galarian Articuno, sold for $2.49. After shipping and fees, it's 97 cents. Next up, we've got a Toedscruel, sold for $7.99. We got Lycanroc, sold for $3.99. Relicanth, sold for $7.24. Basculin, sold for $6.49. And Mesprit sold for $11.49. All in all, that order was $37.20. They received the 5% discount for the multi-card order. After shipping and fees, it was $25.05. So we had a big day on eBay. We did have one really big order, as you guys saw, that really carried us today. Our totals were $583.55 in Pokemon. Net of fees and shipping, $470.79. On the sports card side, we had 3 sales for a total of $6.97. After shipping and fees, it's $2.50. I know a lot of these sports card sales aren't huge and they don't really add a lot to the bottom line, but I love every time one of those cards sell. I know that those cards have been just sitting collecting dust in my basement the last 3-4 years. And that's just more money that I can infuse and invest back into the business and, quite frankly, give me some space in my basement. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy my content, please, please, please make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, and as always, check those links in my description to see my eBay store and my website, covenantcards.shop. As a reminder, it is my 1-year anniversary yesterday of starting my website. So my website through the end of this week, Sunday, the 22nd, you'll get free shipping on orders over $100 by using code anniversary. Normally when I do free shipping promos, it's $150 or $200 orders. So it's pretty unusual that I have the threshold this low. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. God bless.